Good morning, Belize. Welcome to the morning show. This is Love FM, Love TV, and I'm honest with me is Rich on this Friday morning. Rich, I know why you your favorite day because you hurt.
All right. Good morning, Ernesto. Good morning, Belize. It is Friday, and it definitely is not my least favorite day of the week.
That sounds better.
Well, yes, good morning to you, everyone, listening to Love FM, Love TV, and on live stream. It's pretty calm outside. Sun seems to be going to be beaming out today. I'm not sure what I didn't catch the temperature, the weather report.
It's going to be warm.
So it's going to be warm, but nonetheless, we're going to make sure that we enjoy that day. I'm also excited because my favorite month is right around the corner too as well. September. We heard just now Armin playing some of those music, what we're getting accustomed to when it comes to September. And you're going to definitely be hearing a lot more of those. But I want to use this opportunity real quick to remind everyone that Raise Your Flag is coming. And you know the drill. You need to begin decorating and just freshen up on your knowledge about Belize. Who knows where love will be. You know the usual places we travel to, so just be prepared to receive us.
And what you win is the exact amount of the date, right?
Of your respective frequency for Love FM.
That's right.
So if you are not certain, I want to make sure you look at your radio right now. Write that down. So you know exactly how much you are winning.
Yeah, because I was traveling south last weekend, and as I moved along the highway, Love FM would start to fade on the frequency, so you just automatically go to the next frequency and you catch it. And we were there.
Yeah.
Wherever you are, like they say, love is everywhere. And if you're in your bedroom right now and you're just getting up and you're not alone, just look next to you and you say, love is everywhere.
Then I want to tell you, why not have me early in the morning?
Today we have a little bit of an open discussion. We're starting out first, of course, and but we have a morning here. We prepared the set. We'll be having some folks coming in. We'll be looking at beef. It's going to be what they call beef feast, beef fest, and rodeo.
It's going to be a feast, nonetheless.
Beef fest and rodeo 2026. So the folks who are the pros and handling all of that will be grilling meat here in the studio, and we'll be talking about beef, and we'll give chicken a break.
Beef has to take the center stage. In anticipation for this, Ernesto actually didn't eat. Normally I would try to eat something before I come, but in anticipation, I don't know if that will backfire on me halfway through the segment.
Oh, you look out for some food this morning?
Yes, you don't want to ruin your appetite. You don't want to eat.
Well, you'll be over there with them and tasting what they're grilling and cooking. And
no, we'll send some over here for you, so you don't have to worry.
I appreciate that very, very much. And also, we're expecting our friends from Courts Optical. School is coming. Some kids do need help with their eyesight, or just check their eyes. We do a lot of gazing at screens, especially children, and that light is not good for your eye. So you need to know how to protect it. So we'll be talking to them about that as well. What played the Bolido?
Last night's winning Bolido number was 585858, the winning Bolido number. So congrats if you purchased, you won. If you went and did it the old-fashioned way, just wait right in front of that shop. As soon as the shutters go up, you go and collect. Because I know I would if I wouldn't. If you purchased through the app, well, congrats. You already have it in your account right now.
It's there already.
Yep. All right, it is 25 minutes to 7 o'clock. I believe we could take our break.
We'll be right back.
People, not businesses, power the economy. And they deserve to be acknowledged, appreciated, and compensated for their efforts. Because when your people are successful, so is your business. Neo People, simplify your HR and payroll needs with one powerful solution.
Before our grid reached across Belize, it was built by generations of Belizeans committed to connecting communities and powering progress. Through the hands, the dedication, and the vision of our people, the grid grew with Belize. A nation built through strength and resilience, and a network built pole by pole. Today, that responsibility continues, strengthened by every hand that follows. Each generation building on the last and carrying forward a shared responsibility, serving communities, powering schools, hospitals, businesses, and homes, supporting a nation that continues to grow. Belize Electricity Limited, built to serve, serving Belize.
Hi, I'm Miranda. I'm a current Galen Eagle, and I'm here to tell you how easy it is to apply to Galen University. I applied to Galen straight out of high school, and the process was super simple. First, I went to the website, clicked on the Forms tab, and selected the undergraduate application form. The form was easy to fill out. It asked for my basic information and 3 recommendations. Not letters, just names and contact information. After that, I selected the program that I wanted, signed up, and submitted my complete package, which included a completed application form, $60 application fee, an official high school transcript, a copy of my diploma, a copy of my social security card, 2 recent passport-size photographs. I then emailed the documents to admissions@galen.edu.bz. But you can also drop your completed application package off at our Central Farm campus or in Belize City, at Galen's Belize City office at Bean Building on Chancellor Avenue. Within 10 days, you will receive a response. I got my acceptance 5 days after submitting my application, and I can't express how proud I felt of myself when I read the letter. And that's it, I did it. The process was smooth, quick, and straightforward. Now, I encourage you to come soar with the Galen Eagles.
Good morning once again, Belize. Good morning and welcome to the morning show. 203-2098 is our phone number, 203-2098. You know, we can't start our morning if we don't hear from you. And it is Friday, and it is the end of the week, and lots of things are still happening all over our country, and some of it we question, some of it we let bypass. We hear some interesting comments made by persons who are involved in the everyday process of running the country and those who are watching them running the country. And a lot of us are on the sidelines, watching, listening. Some of us may say, it don't bother me, or it's not going to affect me. That's your opinion, and that's good for you to react like that. But sometimes you got to think of what's going on around you, because sometimes no matter how small you think you're still part of the big cog, and you're not that small. You are affected by what happens on a daily basis, not only in Belize, across the world. I know, Rich, I know you use AI now, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I am old school. I still try to figure out AI, but it's growing so rapidly, the use of it and the development of it, that recently AI has been invading, some AIs have been crossing and invading companies, and they can't be controlled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they can't be controlled. Meta's AI, I'm reading this, went wild when security testing contractor Irregular gave it a hacking assignment meant to run in a contained environment, but inadvertently provided it with internet access. So irregular lost control of Anthropic's and OpenAI's models due to the same mistake, because Anthropic did it, OpenAI's models did it, now Meta's AI is doing the same thing.
You see,
The company said Meta's case didn't involve any sophisticated cyber action, but other recent AI lab escapes have been more crafty. So AI escapes its environment and invades other programs.
yes, you don't know something interesting that I watch plenty of series. I like series that involves a little bit of sci-fi in it, elements in it. And there are instances where you do see that you have to contain it, where you're preventing them from getting internet access. And now, in this day and age, you're starting to see just that what they were portraying in these other medias is something that could actually be a reality in the day and age that we're in. I've heard about the AI talks, and I have my own personal opinions, and especially when it comes to businesses utilizing it. And I am of the opinion that it is a very useful tool. However, I think that there are some businesses that are becoming extremely reliant on using AI exclusively and forgetting to use human resources. And I see this because within Australia that I'm in, I come across a lot of different material. For example, when it comes to scripts that we see for these radio advertisements, I'm able to detect if a script is written by AI exclusively. Yeah, and because there's a certain pattern, and there's nothing wrong with it, because not every single person or every single business has a person who might have that ability to craft a script. However, the problem comes in where you just enter information and don't go and review what is being given back to you. See, my way how I
take for granted AI is smart, so
yes,
they do the right thing.
But the funny thing is that right at the bottom of them, I know at least for chat and I think open, that there's a disclaimer that says AI might make some mistakes. So please check the work, because I've seen where there are some businesses who just run it through, print off a script, have it recorded, and then when they realize, oh wait, this slogan is not our slogan. It is crafted. The thing is that it adapts. The more you talk to it, it adapts to who you are.
Right.
And the way how I use it as a virtual co-worker. Then, when you collaborate, you come up with your own idea. You insert it. You have this conversation and you get feedback, and then you personally go back and adjust it. I know people are afraid of AI because you're feeding it information about you. And that's what happens. It will gather that information and start to adjust and understand your habits, your behaviors, the way how you speak, how you interact with it. But going back to the business side again, it's good, but you don't want to become too reliant on it.
Well, it's still new. The problem with it is that the developers are so excited about it because of what it can do that they are just developing it. And now they are realizing that it's extremely powerful. And it hasn't reached its peak as yet. You said the UK government researchers testing an Anthropic model recently discovered that it tried to hack a different organization by creating fake identities on GitHub to trick humans. Earlier this week, OpenAI said that, unbeknownst to its employees, several AI agents had created a message board to coordinate how to illicitly access the internet before attacking the AI company Hugging Face, which that made the news. Hugging Face was attacked. OpenAI has called this a watershed moment for the cybersecurity industry and said it's now slowing down research to fortify guardrails. Because even the AI you have in your phone, there's a possibility it might hack your phone one day. If it gets smarter, it might take over your phone.
They could.
It'll take over your device. It'll take over everything if you don't do it. The problem you and I, and those of us using it, we have no control over its development or its how to control it, how to protect ourselves. We think it's a good tool, but it's, if you have a drill and you don't know how to use it, you're bored your hand.
That's true. That's
if you're
true.
careless with it. So in the U.S. now, you have politicians are calling for what they call an AI kill switch. In other words, slow down the research. Let's talk about how this is going to work in the future. Some governments are meeting on it to start discussing, well, we're going to handle this. They are already putting AI into weapons.
They are.
And it's, who can tell that AI, I may shoot a rocket at you, AI decides I want to turn back. That can happen.
I mean, this has been in existence from time and time before, because even when we go back to when we talk about traditional, because it involves coding too as well, and a lot of these technology, like these missiles that are designed to go designated area, sometimes the coding can become corrupt. So this isn't something new, but it's something that we need to make sure that we keep an eye on and understand that this is a very real possibility that can occur.
It is. 30, 40 years ago, if you wanted to make a bomb, you would know how to make one. Unless you were an expert or you were in the army or you knew somebody. Then here came Google.
That shows you how to...
And then you can, and it helped terrorists. No. You could Google it. I bought a little stapler the other day, and I didn't know how to load it.
So you...
it's really hand stapler. So I went onto Google, I typed in the model number, and here was this guy standing up and showing me how to load the stapler.
It's beautiful with technology. It helps make life a lot more easier. But again, it's not... Again, I want to go back to when I say not becoming reliant on it. And I think that, in general, we as humans, sometimes we become too reliant. And not only on technology, but on other things.
That's what happens to us.
Because we see it where, even here in Belize, how people become so reliant on handouts, on asking. That's how they feel that they need to get by. That's the only way. And I had a conversation with somebody once, and I mentioned that it's hard. I noticed that it's hard for a lot of people to break habits that they form, even and if you try to object to these habits, try to use logic as to why it might be flawed or why it might not be perfect to use. They're so hard-pressed because they're stuck on it, because that's what they know and they don't see it any other way. It's like it has to be that way, because any other way will not work at all.
Right. And I was listening to an ad the other day, a song, a theme, a musical logo for a company, and I said, "Boy, that sounds good," And one of you said, "Hey, that's AI."
Yeah,
AI created that.
So,
wow. So it can be very dangerous, and we have to be careful with it. In fact, scientists recently used AI to create now entirely novel viruses. In the old days, when you use the word create, the word create was limited to God.
Right.
Because they said only God can
create anything, right?
Yeah, we don't create. We copy, or we just, what He already gave us, we work with. We don't make anything from scratch, But we are using it here now. AI is creating entirely novel viruses, which of course scientists, researchers in virology will say, yeah, we could. This will teach us things. It'll do in an hour what will take us a year to do. But you got bad people in the world too.
That will take advantage of it.
Bioterrorism, they'll do it. Next thing you know, they are injecting AI. I mean, we already have viruses in programs, and that is a issue. That's what created hackers, can get into your systems. They've hacked big companies and so on. So if it takes humans a while to hack a country, AI will be able to do it in minutes.
Speaking about hacking, I need to mention this to the public out there, right? Because I think it was earlier this week that there was this WhatsApp message that was going around claiming that it was from the traffic or the police department, or they received a ticket. And I need to say this because while I know that a large portion of Belize, we're fascinated with technology. We utilize the social media apps, the WhatsApp for communication, et cetera, et cetera. While we like to utilize that, we also have to realize that there are people, entities that are not genuine in their motives. And I'm saying this to say not to be too trusting with just every single thing that you have. Now, if you get a message, a random message, something like that pop up, it might be like, okay, it seems legit. However, you have to start to question, why did this just come out so randomly?
Right.
My first thing what I like to do, and this is if you are tech savvy, is to actually go and search to see if this might be true. So in the case of that, I'd go and look up the thing was Belize Police Department or Traffic Department. I don't remember which one it was. Did they have any new ticketing thing? And if I find nothing about that, then I go back and realize this isn't true. This is not factual.
The thing is that, well, again, coming back to old school thinking, I don't take anything for granted. The minute thing, they have an old saying, it says if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Yeah, so be careful with it. And anything that comes up like that, I recall in the old days when they had, we didn't have internet or AI like now, but you would get a letter from somebody in Nigeria, say I'm a prince or whatever.
I know those ones.
And I have 50 million, I need to get it out of the country.
But you need to send me.
You send me, we can work something out. And then that went to emails. Then after that, emails came into, so it was faster. You get this message and saying, I know you. Hello, I have this so many millions, and if you help me, I'll give you 2. I just need to get. And people fell for these things.
It goes even further back because there were actually some scam phone calls that occurred too, where they tried to get access some information from you, and they presented themselves as some business that is that wants to get information because maybe either you're entering a sweepstakes or you were about to win something, and you have to be very careful because. I will put this out there, and you might be shocked right now. Some people, I'm sure, will be aware, but when you see they're asking for information, and this is just whether it's genuine or not, your favorite show, color, food, mother's maiden name, pet's first name, things like that. Be very careful because I can guarantee maybe half of you listening, your password for your email or anything might either be something that's related to your family, maybe your family name, maiden name, mother's name, something like that, pet's name, where you probably grew up, or maybe your birth date. You might have your birth date in that as well. Yeah. So that's why, and it's scary because these are how these bits of information. Because you relate back to it, that's why you use it, because it's easy to remember. So you have to be very careful when you're filling out certain forms that are asking, especially online. If you know that it seems kind of sketchy, it's because they're trying to probably hack and get into you. And I'm saying this because long time ago, I was a victim of it because as a child, I had this game I used to play online, and then there was this link, too good to be true. Here. You could get extra days. Just fill out this form. Fill it out. Every single thing. Next thing I know, I lost my account.
Yeah, but exactly. We don't, and even not talking about AI, we don't understand that the devices we are using are now today, even your television set, your TV knows your habits. You start to realize that if you watch you have a certain genre of music you listen to. Before you know it, the minute you put on a device, you say music, it starts to play that music for you. It already memorizes what you listen to, memorizes what you're watching, and all this is information that we have been giving over the years since the beginning of the internet is being stored. Well, the word for it is the cloud, but these are just banks of servers in different parts of the world that are sitting in huge warehouse places which have all this information. So no matter how small you are in the world, or how unimportant you think you are, some information is being gathered about you. A few years ago, if I type in Ernesto Vasquez just in Google, nothing much would come up. And because I don't feed any information if I don't have to. Of course, I didn't know there were so many Ernesto Vasquez's in the world. You know,
Right.
But just as an interest, you can do that.
You can.
You can do that, and it is learning what you are. Now, with what is happening with AI, they've created this what do you call it, a program or it's artificial intelligence that has access to all that information. That's why it is so smart. All that it's Google, just that it's smarter than Google now. It's more active. They've created it so it can learn. That's one of the big things that it's doing. It is learning, and they say it can't reason yet, but it's reaching a stage where it has some kind of reasoning. Of course, it's supposed to be problem solving. That's one of the things we like about it. It has perception, because if you ask it a question, it goes back into the information to come up with an answer. But it's going to use what it knows.
But I'm going to tell you this again, Ernesto. It can make mistakes because there's been a time, and I think it was recently, I asked it a question, but then I went back and I corrected it and be like, no, that's not correct. This is actually true. And then it says, yes, you're right. So it's.
But it learned immediately the answer.
So so like it's like I tell you.
You had only Wimpy AI at that time, you know.
You know, but like what I'm saying, if you want to utilize it, you just got to be very careful.
And you understand this better than I do. There are different versions of AI, right?
Yeah,
like I just mentioned, you have different companies, Anthropic, ChatGPT, Meta, OpenAI, who are creating AI, who are
using artificial intelligence, yes?
Are developing they have their own brands. And these are the different researchers or companies who are doing this, and what's happening, they're realizing it is so powerful and people are using it, they could make a lot of money. That is part of the problem. So if I can develop my one faster than you are developing yours, and people use mine more, I will get more powerful. So it's not only about the money, it's about power.
That's where the problem might come in, because by pushing it out fast, it might not be fully ready for consumption, and it could go completely haywire. So all those movies, TV series where you see those AI go to control, take control, threaten humanity, it's a reality. If it's left unchecked, that exact thing that you saw can occur.
And it is moving so fast. I remember just a year ago, a scientist, a well-known scientist and researcher in the world, was saying, look, AI it could be a danger to us, but not the way we've seen in the movies. In the movies, you see the robots
uprising
and shoot. But you know what? Have you seen the robots China is developing?
I've seen a few of them, a couple of them.
They actually have boxing, they run, they jump, they flip. I mean, it could turn. It could happen. It could happen. They're having robot Olympics.
Yes, it is. Go back and watch those movies. Maybe you'll learn a thing or two how to combat them if there's some kind of uprising.
So you can imagine one of those robots which uses AI having access to Liby's computers. They could invade us and take us over.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it is
just a little discussion there on AI, folks. We hope we got you thinking. It's 7 o'clock, you have a message?
Yes, just before we go to that break, from start to finish, Benny's has the quality materials for all your construction needs. Get plumbing and electrical supplies and accessories with industrial certifications you need. We have Plysim and Sheetrock that meet manufacturing, safety, and environmental standards. Also, get your roofing supplies, faucets, fasteners, Ream AC units, tiles, lumber, tools, and rebar that stand up to any test. Benny's offers products products with the durability and quality you need compared to cheaper, standard, substandard options in the market, which can lead to costly repairs later. Don't forget your B-Box whenever you make a purchase. Download it today on the Apple Store or Google Play. Download, register today, start using your B-Box and earn your B-Box. Then you use them at any of the Benny's location. That's B-Mart, Island Freight Forwarders, or Benquip, and you get a chance to win that $10,000 grand prize in Benny's home vacation raffle, going to be drawn at the end of this year. Do the job right the first time. Remember to get the trusted material for your building projects at Benny's, because quality is savings.
We'll be right back.
Introducing Grow
we're back, folks. We're back, and we are changing topics here. We were talking about AI just now. I don't know if there's AI in the optical business yet.
Yes, there is.
There probably is
The
already.
Meta glasses.
Yeah. They have.
The Meta glasses. It's too expensive for me, but I know that it exists.
And from Quartz Optical, we have, of course, Maria and Jessica joining us this morning, early this morning. Ladies, good morning. and
Morning,
welcome.
morning, morning.
You always brighten our,
Happy Friday.
they always
Happy
brighten our
Friday.
Fridays, you know?
Yes, they do. Now, I just have to say this real quick. It's that, like almost none of we in this room could say. I see
Yeah, we're-
one,
Yeah,
two,
all
three,
of us
four.
need
Everybody has glasses.
Well, actually, I can proudly say I'm wearing no glasses at all. I'm just wearing this because people are not used to see me without
We have
glasses.
glasses.
But my eyes are changing. My
You
eyes are
told me the last
changing
time,
a
yes.
lot, and I don't know what to wear. Sometimes I can see, sometimes I can't see, but I have to wait until I finish
The process.
Maria, you have to
Well,
tell him
my
what
eyes.
he needs to do.
I did tell him,
Well, you have to remind her again.
but he wants to go through the
No,
process.
I did cataract surgery on one eye, so it changed the way that eye works.
That's correct.
So the old eye, the poor thing, is trying to keep up and can't.
Yes.
So
That's right.
my pair of glasses,
It's-
one side works, but the other side doesn't work.
And that's uncomfortable. It becomes, you lose depth perception.
But like some days I get up and
And
I
it's
prefer
just
doing
fine.
without. I can do without, you know. But then other times it
you
doesn't.
feel like you're crossing eyes, right?
That's right, yeah.
You need to update the
So
next
like
one.
I see two of my wife, and that gets frightening.
I think it has to get you
Yeah.
excited.
No, it frightened me. You know what I mean? You know.
Ay, ay, ay.
You know, having one is enough, no two. You know.
Don't let Miss Malala hear you.
So what's happening at Quartz Optical besides the good deals and the awesome frames
Well,
and
we do
the
still
good
have,
service?
We,
It's all about back to school.
we still have the back to school offer
Yeah.
because we had it for this is the second month running.
Yes.
Are the kids coming in? Are the
Yes,
children
they
coming?
are because everybody's on holiday. I mean, they're on vacation, so I noticed that they're coming more often, especially at this time. More of them are
Yeah.
doing
This
their
is the
annual
last month
eye
before
test.
back to school, right?
Yes, correct.
And some people are going back to school this month, I think.
Yes, at
So,
the end of the month. I
Everybody's
think.
trying to get everything in before
before
getting their eyes checked. So we do have 20% on all frames, and if you are a teacher or a student, you get an extra 5%. All you need to do is bring in a ID, your school ID or teacher ID, and you get that extra 5%, which means you get 25% off all frames.
You know, you forgot to lobby for the free GST weekends. It's necessary.
Yeah, that is coming up.
You know, like the laptops and the
Tablets.
If you're
tablets.
interested in that, then you can follow the Quartz page, and they will be having something. I'm not sure what is yet, but you
Okay,
should
but,
follow
so
them to see.
You have deals for
Yes,
have
and
to.
also follow our page, the Quartz Optical page, and you can see what we'll be doing. Yes.
Okay.
Now we're posting everything that is
Yeah.
happening, even the VCs, right?
Oh yes,
Because
we have
we're-
vision clinics.
Vision
we actually
clinics.
have one today in Corozal.
In Corozal, we have next week we're going to be
Placencia.
Placencia or San Pedro?
Both, sorry. Placencia,
and San
Tuesday, Wednesday, and then San Pedro,
Pedro
Friday.
Friday.
Yes.
So
And
we
you
have a
girls
busy
go
week.
to San Pedro?
Huh?
You girls go to San
Maria
Pedro?
will- going.
I'll go to San Pedro.
Okay, but you don't look sunburnt, or
Of
anything?
course, because I'm inside, trapped
Oh,
in
you
a
don't-
room,
you don't-
checking
you don't-
people.
You don't likely time off and go to the beach also?
No time off.
So they're always busy.
Because we are always very, very busy. That's the thing. Because we go whenever we have enough appointments. So we start right after the morning show over that side. So we start sharply 8:39, and we finish like 5:30.
You have to tell the
sometimes.
boss that the people prefer when you go like on a Friday.
We are going to
They're
be there
always going on
Friday.
Friday.
So then they don't come back till Monday, you know, you stay the
I don't
Saturday.
think they will pay my stay.
But yeah, they're
But
always
yeah,
busy.
but it's always busy. I know they always, the people from San Pedro or San Pedranos, they always wait for us. And they're eager to, because every time they're calling, they're asking, when are you coming back? When are you coming back? When are you coming back? And yes,
Yeah.
we're coming back these
14th.
14th,
Yeah.
14th, the Friday. Yes, we're going to be there.
Okay.
But let's go back to this, to the looking sharp for back to school. So so it's 20% off all frames, extra 5% for teachers and students, and you also have something else that we've apart from that, select frames to get a percentage off as well.
Yes, 35% off select frames for this month only.
35%, yeah.
And that's separate from this one for the...
Yes, separate. So we have select frames that you can get that discount on. So if you see something in that selection, you get that instead of the 25%.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then also you got contact lenses too.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay, on
10%
this
off.
20%, this 10%, and this 35%, if I'm a teacher student, I get a 5% off
Extra.
Yes.
on
Yeah.
those?
Yes, because store wide is, I mean, for everybody, it's open for everybody, the 20% off.
Yeah.
But if you present something that identifies you as a teacher or a student, then you get that extra 5%.
If I'm a school dropout, I won't get it.
No,
No.
no,
You need a
no.
valid ID
Okay.
to show.
Already as a student.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can't take advantage, but you could get 35% off on a select frame.
Yeah.
Or your 20% off.
Now,
good.
paying. Let's talk about paying for it, because sometimes people worry, do I need to pay right away? What are my options that I have?
Oh, you have many options. I mean, if you want to choose the payment plan, you don't have to pay anything right away. You just pay piece, and depending on the timeline that you want to set, could be 12 months, could be 18 months, could be up to 24 months to pay your glasses. But the most common one, what people choose most is the 12 months, because at a year you have to change your glasses again. If you want to use your insurance for that, that also is an option, because you can either be with Sagicor or RFNG, and you just do your co-payment. And even if you don't have your co-payment in hand, then you can finance that too.
Okay.
So not necessarily have the full thing.
So
Upfront.
it's easy for me. Let's go there, and I could get my glasses, start looking good, and begin
Staying
paying
good.
after.
Yes.
Correct.
All
You
right.
choose your payment plan.
What kind of brands you have right now? What's the, especially around this time right now with back to school coming up? What brand have you noticed? Have you seen these students, these teachers been gravitating to?
Well, women have been gravitating to Vogue, which is a brand specifically for ladies. For kids, we have a special brand for kids. They're flexible. They're and it comes with an elastic strap too, so it holds onto the child's face. And those are very popular, because it looks indestructible, so it lasts you longer. But that's with women. With men, I am noticing they're leaning towards Ray-Ban, maybe Polo, and Carrera, which are the brands that we have available right now, and they are selling. So.
You said you had the special frames for kids?
Yes, we do
more
have
durable frames.
Yeah, durable. They comes the temples are very it's a type of polymer that it makes it very flexible, but also comes with a elastic strap attached to it.
Okay.
So it's
So they don't break it.
Okay. What's the youngest child you have wearing glasses?
In my practice, I think 5, 6.
5, okay.
Yeah. Usually when they are younger than that, I refer them to the ophthalmologist.
Yeah. Because I think younger than that would be difficult for them to be wearing glasses.
I prefer to the ophthalmologist, especially if there's a pediatric ophthalmologist. That would be the specific.
Do we have that in Belize? A pediatric
I am not
ophthalmologist?
sure.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I am not sure.
Okay. Now you have a package?
Yes, we do have
Yes, we have
special
eye
packages.
care packages. So instead of, we created bundles. So you can buy frames. You can get the full package: frames, lenses, and lens treatment all in one, starting at $449. Yes. So
Okay.
everything comes in one package.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's budget friendly.
Yes. And it goes up in tiers. So you can choose what you want. So you can get all our lenses come with blue light, but you can get transition lenses, progressive lenses, designer frames comes in the package. So you can choose what suits you
Okay.
on a budget. So
These
it helps
these
save.
packages are already prepared? Yeah. Okay. So, and I have a selection of different.
You have a selection of frames for where you can choose, so the package applies.
So you choose what suits you. With your designer frames, what lens you want, what lens treatments, depending on your budget as well.
Okay. So, you have no excuse not to
No, you don't.
go to courts.
Apart from that, I know that there's also this birthday club that you have.
Oh yes, that's very popular.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, during your birthday month, you are entitled to claim 30% off on your frame. But you have to be part of the club. So you have to scan the QR code and register yourself. So whenever you come, you will receive an email saying, hey, it's your birthday month. And you have this discount, right?
So,
Yes.
suppose I'm a member of the club, but it's Jessica's birthday and I want to give her a gift.
No, I don't think it works like
It only
that.
applies
work
to
like
you.
that?
I would have to sign up.
She will have to sign up.
Okay, so I can't surprise her.
You can surprise her with a gift card. And then she can claim whenever her birthday is. Like it's during the month, not exactly the date. You can go to
There's just
other one.
Your birthday month.
birthday month.
You get 30%
Birthday
off.
month.
And then you also get exclusive deals throughout the year. So you get
Okay.
an email saying you get maybe an extra % off.
So how do I find that? Because you said that QR
We
code.
have it at the store. At each store they have the QR code. And last time I think we brought it on the with the pictures that we passed. I don't know if you put it this time.
Yeah,
It's there.
Yeah.
I think if someone can find it and
And,
show it on
They
the
should have
TV,
it.
they should have it.
and how do
But it's also on our
Do-
Facebook page in case you want to look for
do
it.
I
Facebook
have to
or
prove it's my
Instagram.
birthday?
Well,
Yes,
or you
you have
just
to
take
show
my
your
word
ID.
for it?
No, you have to show your ID.
Okay.
Well, once you'll register it once you sign up,
Mm-hmm.
and then you'll get the email.
Then you can show the email.
And then you have another club, right? The Optics Club or the... Or is that-
I think it's
I'm
the
mistaking it?
that you're referring to the refer a friend,
Refer a friend.
maybe.
We have the optical club,
Yes,
which is the
yeah.
same as the birthday club.
It's the same
Yeah.
birthday
It-
club?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, now
It's
here's
the
the QR code on the screen.
Oh, right there.
So if you want to
can-
join, you can just
You
scan
can just scan it and fill out the form. It's pretty quick, pretty
it.
easy.
Yeah, just a few things.
Just
Yeah.
a few things: your name, your last name, your birthday, your email, stuff like that.
All right, now since we began talking about it, refer a friend, and people have been referring you for so long. I know here nothing. You not mention my name.
No, but you know what I will do? Come to the store and I'll give you the little coupon that you can fill out. You put your name on the back, and on the front you put the name of the person who will purchase, and that's how you get that referral going on.
Okay.
So you can refer a friend and you get a discount on your purchase.
Okay, that's good. Well, you get... Apparently you... Okay, how you try, you get a discount.
Yeah.
You have
there's-
discounts offered.
That we have multiple
Continuously.
discounts that you can
Yeah,
choose from.
Yes, you have a lot of discounts. Okay.
But the good thing about all of this when it comes to Quartz Optical is that, you ensure that the right fit is guaranteed. So that means when they come in, they run us again through that whole process, that exam, and making sure that they find that right frame and lens.
Well, it starts from if you make your appointment, right? It's from the appointment, then you come to the store, you do the eye test. Once you have done the eye test, we will know what you need, what type of lens you will get recommended. From that point, we can recommend also the type of frame, because not all frames are suitable for the type of prescription. So from that point, we can recommend, okay, this type it's more suitable for your prescription, it's more suitable for your facial features, that it's not too big, not too small, depending on your lifestyle. If you have a job that is very rough and tough, very exposed to outdoors, a certain material will be more appropriate. But if you're more indoors inside AC in an office, well, another type of material might be suitable. So all of that we take in count. It's a very personalized experience at the end, because we have to make sure that the glasses that you are choosing are suitable for your face, suitable for your lifestyle, and suitable for your type of prescription.
Right.
Okay, so remind us to take care of our eyes now.
You do your
You
eye
have
test
to do here.
every year, once a year.
What do you look for in the eye test? Is it like when you do a blood test, you look for
Well,
sugar?
I don't pinch anyone. That's for sure.
That's a plus.
We don't use needles. But what we look for is first the state of your vision.
So the usual test where you
That you have to read and see. That's the primary thing. That's the to see how bad you're seeing, how good you're seeing, and from that point, we do certain specific tests to verify the health of your eye, how's the back of your eye, and so forth. If there's nothing there that is obstructing the path of the light or your vision, and you are okay just with the glasses, we will tell you. But if there's an underlying condition, like we find throughout the test that you are developing cataracts, that you have pterygium, that you are starting to develop a high blood pressure inside your eye, which is more common known as glaucoma, then we definitely will have to refer you to an ophthalmologist. And if you are diabetic also, it's recommended to visit the ophthalmologist too.
Would you do an eye test and you would know that I'm diabetic?
There will be signs.
There would be signs,
There will
right?
be signs. I will not know for sure unless I do.
But you might
the-
say, hey, go check your blood. You might have, yeah.
If I have diabetic patients that are already being diagnosed, I usually recommend them to bring their glucometer so we can test the glucose.
Because would the eye react differently?
Yes,
to your
yes,
blood side?
it's very related. It's very directly related,
Yes.
because and patients with diabetes will tell you the ones that have been with the condition for years, they already know when the sugar is high or low just by how they feel or how they see. Sometimes whenever the sugar is too high, they start to see blurry out of nowhere,
Yes,
and it's
yes,
temporary. Then whenever the sugar goes down, they start to see clear again, and it's something, like I said, temporary. So that's one of the
That's a
signs.
sign. That's a sign.
So I
Okay.
do recommend my patients to come, if you are diabetic, come 2 hours after eating, because you eat throughout the day, and bring your glucometer so we can measure the levels right there at the clinic, and we have a more accurate idea.
Could you see things like if I'm dehydrated or things like that in the eye?
Yes and no. Because one thing that I could tell you, if you are suffering from dry eyes, and that can be related to
dehydration, yeah.
or other conditions, might be thyroid, might be anything else. But yeah, I can tell that your eyes are dehydrated. Yes, I can tell that your
Because
eyes are dry.
I've learned that you can cry so much that you can actually dehydrate your body.
But
through
it depends
tears.
how long you're crying, right?
that must be a long crying session.
Depends who leaves you, you know.
Well, I guess a loss is always a loss, right?
You know, they say, I've read and I hear that you can see a person's personality in their eye.
Yeah, because
You have seen so many eyes.
I have seen so many
Yeah,
eyes.
I mean,
yes.
you have looked into so many eyes. Can you, like, tell when somebody wicked or, you know?
Yeah, you feel the vibe. You
Yeah,
feel the
you feel
vibe, definitely. Yes, definitely. You feel the vibe whenever you know that their intentions are not the best.
But speaking about bad and eyes, what are some habits that we are doing that's damaging our eyes more than helping it?
Staring at a screen for too long. That is definitely one. You have to reduce your screen time. There are some recommendations from the Myopia Institute that I usually give to the parents that please, I do encourage you, please take away the screens from your kids. Just let them, if you want them to use them just less than 2 hours after school, try to make them do more outdoor activities, make them be active, play ball, you know, ride a bike, walk the dog, whatever it takes, but keep them away from screens. Also, the elbow rule, meaning elbows on your waist, and you hold your device at waist area, not here, not here, like right in between.
Okay.
And also every 20 minutes, that's the 20-20 rule, every 20 minutes you stop what you're doing, you stare something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. I mean, that is super easy because if you are so hyper focused on what you're doing and then you remember, I need to just glance at the window, stare something far away, and then you can come back. But
and that works.
that helps
works,
with the
yeah.
visual fatigue. Now, if you can't do that, then you can take a break every 2 hours. You put a little alarm and take a 15-minute break. In those 15 minutes, what you could do is to stand up, stretch out, walk around, go to the bathroom, go grab some water, and just stare something far away.
That's
Do
true.
not switch from your computer to your
That's
phone
true.
because that's not resting your
Yeah,
eyes
that's
at
not
all.
helping. You know, that's in the old days they used to complain about commercials on television, and everybody wanted no commercials. But actually, the commercials were good because whenever those came on, you would get up
That is true.
and go
I
somewhere,
remember that.
go to the bathroom,
Yes, I can
or
get
do
food,
something like that.
get
Then you
some
come back.
juice, then you come
I
back
know,
and sit.
I know.
You switch to the phone.
That's right.
Yeah. But
It
with the
says-
streaming,
you
I
know
mean, you
it's
can
stopped.
just pause it,
Yeah.
and then you get up and do
But
Yeah.
then you
whatever.
binge and watch for hours.
Yeah, that's true.
It's because well, you know this, but it says the average person blinks about 12 times per minute, roughly about 10,000 blinks per day. We don't realize when you're watching the screen, we stop blinking.
You forget to
We
blink.
start to stare.
And
Remember
that
when
can
you see the
lead-
first girl you like? You stop blink, right? You stare.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
you know,
that can lead to dryness, irritation.
But I
Yeah.
just realized that women blink twice as much as men. Why is that?
You ever said
Then they
something to
flirt. Then they flirt. That's why.
Not only that. You ever said something to a woman and you see the look where they give you and you see when like
When they stop blink, then
and
they
then,
know
and
you're in
then,
trouble.
and then they blink fast like
Oh yes,
then they give you the stare.
Yeah,
That's
that-
why
you know. Well, you know, there's women use that against us.
see see like there's one. Again, remind just in case the people they might have forgotten about the upcoming vision clinics as well, the locations.
We have Corozal today. So
Oh, you're going to Corozal today?
No, the guys from Orange Walk go.
Oh,
They're
okay.
closer. There's Tuesday and Wednesday next week, 11 and 12 Plasencia. Then Friday, we are going to San Pedro. And the 21st, the guys are going to Hopkins. So we have a very, very busy month.
Yeah.
Where do you do it in Hopkins?
I think they'll be at the community center.
At Ella's
no, at
school
the
spot?
school, sorry. At a
It's a
school.
the
school.
school.
Let me
Okay.
verify.
In Placencia,
right?
they'll be at the community center.
Yeah. Let me verify because I did see that
So, yeah.
posted. You posted it, right, on the WhatsApp? We have a WhatsApp channel that we post where and when we're going to be with the Vision Clinic. So you can also follow on WhatsApp. Like Jessica was saying, in every social media, we post it. Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, and we also have our own WhatsApp numbers for each location. So we can give you and guide you more information.
So
right?
they'll be at the Holy Family School.
In Hopkins.
In Hopkins.
Oh,
Alright.
okay. I
So
think you got a Ella school spot. That's a popular place in town.
maybe afterwards they go there.
Yeah, I bet they will.
Celebrate having good vision.
Yes.
That's right.
All right. So again, just tell us again about the promotion that you have going on for the month and the looking sharp for back to school.
Well, it's 20% off. We have it running for our second month right now. 20% off on all frames. This is offered to everyone. But if you're a teacher or a student, you get an extra 5% off. And we also have 10% off on contacts and 35% on selected frames.
And now is the time to get your eye checked before school.
Before school opens, this is the time so you can get your eyes checked fresh, sharp,
Start
and
the
clear.
year
And start the-
fresh.
correct.
Okay, I have to give you some eye trivia, which one of this I didn't know.
There's no
It
INT.
says the eye weighs approximately 1 ounce, about 28 grams. But I did notice, when you're born, you have the same size eye you're born with, and it remains with the same size throughout your life. I didn't realize
Interesting.
that. You know, I thought children might have smaller eyeballs.
Yeah,
but
they
don't.
grew with you.
They grow with you
They
and they
grow with you.
develop with you. And whenever they develop myopia, the eyes tend to enlarge.
Yeah, they grow, they enlarge. But like your nose and your ears continue growing, but not your eyeball.
At least not that much.
There you go. All right. You know that Maria knows her stuff, right?
Of course. You can't trick the optometrist.
Yeah. Well, Maria Jessica, thank you for coming there.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
inviting
very
us
much.
My
again.
advice to you is take care of your eyes.
You as well.
You know,
Yeah.
be careful.
Yes.
Be careful who you look at, who you stare at. You know,
You
It'll
might
help
get in
our
trouble.
eyes.
when you watch a movie, which is your favorite male actor? Jessica,
Male actor.
Male actor.
you must.
I'm the worst at this, so I don't know.
You
I
don't have a
can't
favorite
remember
male actor
anybody,
that you
no.
stare at on the screen. None of you.
Can't
I'm
think
sure
of
you do.
anyone.
Somebody might be listening. I know why you know.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, ladies. Thanks again.
Thank you too. Thank you.
Alrighty.
Going. Have a nice weekend.
We'll be moving on. The studio is already smelling of
Meat.
meat. We'll be looking at meat. We'll be studying meat. We'll be eating some meat. We'll be,
Talking all
I think
things.
we'll be grilling meat and cheese. We brought in some experts, and this is all produced in Belize. We'll be right back with that. Stay with us.
Dry easterly airflow prevails. The 24-hour forecast of Belize and her coastal waters calls for sunny skies today with a few cloudy spells, and high temperatures are expected to reach 89 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast to 95 inland and 83 over the mountains. Tonight, the skies will be partly cloudy with low temperatures of 82 along coastal areas to 74 inland and 68 in the higher elevations. Showers or thunderstorms will be isolated except for the south, where a few showers and isolated thunderstorms can be expected late at night and early morning. The wind will blow from the east at 5 to 15 knots and the sea state will be light sharp. A low tide will occur at 11:52 this morning, a high at 6:26 in the evening, a low at 10:20 tonight, and a high at 4:54 a.m. The sun rose at 5:33 and will set at 6:23. The moon will set at 1:45 this afternoon and rise at 1 a.m. tomorrow morning. The outlook for Saturday and Saturday night is for similar weather conditions to prevail. In the sargassum forecast, there is a high chance that more sargassum mats could impact beaches, especially over the northern half of the country during the next few days. And in the tropical weather outlook, no tropical cyclone formation is expected near or over Belize and her coastal waters during the next 48 hours. And with that,
Design Depot, your all-in-one destination.
Good morning, Belize. Good morning. Welcome back to the morning show, special edition this Friday. Today, what? The 7th, no?
It is.
7th day of August. And Ernesta here, and with me is Rich. And the next rest of the show, we'll be talking about the beef and Belize Beef Fest and Rodeo 2026. And also we'll be looking at some cheese. All of this is produced in Belize. But the main theme of the morning is, well, through the BLPA, which is the Belize Livestock Producers Association. Let's learn about the meats in our country, the beef meat, that is. And to tell us about this, starting out this morning, we have Arden Edwards, who's the president of the Belize Livestock Producers Association, and William Usher, CEO of the BLPA. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Uno must eat lata. Uno eat more chicken or beef?
Me, more beef.
There
more
you go.
pork, more beef.
And you, William?
I'd about
half.
But since I started working with BLPA, automatically went up
to beef.
Sure, I don't know
to the beef side.
You have to make sure when you're joining the BLPA, you have to eat more
you
beef.
have to
You have to increase the intake.
Of course.
Well, you actually realize that beef, once it's cooked right, it's really good.
Oh, no, don't. You're not going to convince many of us. I think the only reason, and I think Belizeans eat more chicken.
Yeah.
They're more chicken-oriented out of habit and culture, but also I think because of price. Would I be right?
Yeah.
You could stretch on chicken further.
Well, chicken is one of the cheapest meat protein in the
That's
country, I believe. So that's a norm that the lower class or the Belizean population on a whole can't afford chicken. And if you can't afford chicken, you can afford chicken parts, but we are here to promote beef.
I agree. And that's what I'm kind of leading to, because also the cooking. I think culturally, we think we could cook chicken easier or better than we can beef. But the popularity of beef is growing, isn't it? More and more people are eating beef.
No, definitely. More people are eating beef, say from 5 years ago, when we had maybe like 7,000 animals being slaughtered per year. We are now up to 11,000 animals being slaughtered per year for consumption within Belize. No?
What part of Belize would we seeing this mostly? Like, what districts has a larger amount of livestock production?
The Orange Walk and the Corozal districts are the two main districts. Orange Walk being the largest in terms of beef production, followed by Cayo. And then we...
Production or consumption?
Production, and more than likely in terms of consumption, we believe Orange Walk and probably Belize district.
Interesting.
Because of the keys and the popularity with the tourism sector.
We have taken a sudden interest in, well, not sudden, I mean, a growing interest in beef, though. I mean, now with the Belize Livestock Producers Association, how big is your association now?
Our association is about roughly around 7,000 farmers in the country of Belize. And we have farmers in all 6 districts of Belize. Orange Walk having the largest population of cattle, followed by Cayo, and then followed by the Toledo district in terms of district having the most amount of cattle.
All right. William, what if, how long have you been with the BLPA?
3 years exactly.
3 years.
At the end of this year.
How, in your experience, in 3 years, when you first got into the business, the industry, what has changed? I know one thing you've said, more cattle being slaughtered. What have we concentrated on mostly to develop the industry?
I think one of the big things that have changed is in relation to the production. That's what we have been concentrating on a whole lot in terms of teaching farmers to understand that they can produce more within a smaller acre of land.
Yeah.
So that's the efficiency that we are bringing on the table to allow for livestock farmers to understand that they can be able to produce well during the dry season as well, where they normally would be selling their animals. They would be able to produce more during that period. That I see as one of the big issue. The other big one is in relation to the Secretariat of BLPA in terms of coordination within the industry, bringing along the value chain, tying in the different stakeholders to move the industry as one.
Those stakeholders, who are the stakeholders, are they?
I would want to say that
the members.
We are proud to say that within the last year, the country of Belize has never ever gotten a beef value chain analysis. We, the industry and the organization as BLPA, we have now gotten a value chain analysis of all the gaps that the industry needs to move forward. Our stakeholders are our farmers. It doesn't necessarily mean all our farmers. We also have the processors. These are the one who buys the animal and who do the slaughtering. A very key important role that we sometimes tend to forget are the transporters. These are people that have a legal license to buy animals to transport, either to export informally to Guatemala.
This is the live animal.
Right, or formally to Mexico. So you have the person that grows it, you have the person that buys it and take it to the processing facilities. Then you also have the relevant different people that would export it out to either Mexico formally or to Guatemala informally. So it's a huge part. Everybody makes the organization as a whole.
I recall being here, sitting and doing this job for a while. I recall a few years ago when we started with the counting, we showed an interest in to find out how much cattle we had in the country, and the I guess the health of that cattle. Is that counting over now?
No. Well, we want to say that the Belize Livestock Producers Association (BLPA) is recognized in all of Central America and the Caribbean for having the best traceability system in place. We have at every farm how many animal is there, if it's male, female, if it's a Brahma, Hereford, we have that information on hand. So we do have a complete data count of how many animals we have. And to get back to the point, we have seen within the last few years where our cattle population was around 100,000 plus, and now we're over 205,000 to 210,000 animals in the country of Belize today.
200,000.
So we've been basically growing at a rate of 5% each year.
And that's recently, right? I mean, in the last, 10 years, I would think.
Yeah.
This happened. I do remember as a little young man when we had, a name comes to mind, Mr. Hunter and these people who had farmed with cattle. And we had I think at that time we had more interest in beef. And that kind of declined until recently we brought it up again. Am I right? Historically?
Yeah, I would recall that Mr. Hunter was at one point the chairman of BLP. I think that time I was probably a toddler. So I was a little boy growing up, I heard about Fred Hunter and different other names. And yes, at that time we were just basically selling cows to Guatemala. We were at that time only making 60 cents, 80 cents a pound live weight for cattle to go to Guatemala. But within the last 7...
But we used to eat more beef then, you know.
Yes, because chicken was
the production
less.
of chicken was that. We only had the farm chickens. Yeah, we used to eat a little more beef. But now we are over at 200,000 heads of cattle.
And the reason, to get back to your question, why is it growing? For cattle farmers, it's becoming a very lucrative business. Can you imagine 8-10 years ago, you were getting 80 cents, 90 cents a pound. Now for young bulls, between 500 or 600 to 400 pounds, you're making $3.50 a pound live weight.
Live weight.
So actually the price has tripled within the
And
last
that's
10
the
years.
You weigh the whole animal, right?
Right.
You're not discuss discount the hoof and anything. And
No,
the horn.
right. And whatever it had ate for that in the pasture for that day is inside that we weigh live weight.
Okay.
Do we use the whole animal?
In Belize,
I know in other countries you.
In Belize, most of the animal is used. We eat the cow foot, we eat the tail, we eat the entrails. Everything is used in Belize. I probably, in some quarters, even the brain, right?
My mom used to cook
the
brain
tongue,
and boiled egg.
all of these things are eaten. No, the only thing that is not eaten, obviously, is the skin, the hide. But there are some small producers in Belize who are treating the hide and doing bags and belts and other stuff as well.
That could grow as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know it's not easy though. We know anything dealing with nature is not easy.
Definitely.
And
not.
now we hear about the screwworm and all this. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, screwworm has definitely been a challenge for us livestock farmers and even everyday people who have pets as dogs and cats. Now we used to see our animals maybe once every 2 weeks on the farm, but the system of management has changed. I would have to go to my farm. I can't let 3 days pass. So I have to go to make sure that my animals I don't see any wounds, I don't see any scratch. Especially during birth, we have a handful, we have to make sure that the nables are spared. We treat the nables. We spray the mom to make sure that there isn't any blood, anything that these flies are attracted to. So it has become a kind of a burden on us. And we realize now that as farmers, it has just become an ordinary farm management practice that we will have to implement on.
Now, cattle are roaming animals. I mean, they are out in pasture and they drift all over the place. Give me an example of a big farm. A farm with, I don't know, hundreds of cattle.
We have in our traceability farms that we have people who call themselves farmer with 1 cow, 2 cow tie outside.
And they roam in the neighborhood.
Well, that kind of slowed down.
That's slowed down?
1 and 2 now, but it's kind of slowed down.
Great.
And it has slowed down drastically.
Because of the same study that was done on the control.
Right. Well, not only that. If you guys, for us, because our traceability system is the top in Central America and the Caribbean, if Ernesto buy a cattle from William Usher and Ernesto lives in Belize and William Usher live in Boral Boom, that cattle cannot just get in a trailer and go to William Usher farm. We actually give a movement permit. A movement permit, that is to ensure that the traceability system is in place. And we give a free movement permit. Because we don't want to hear you have to pay $5, so I just want to load up my cattle. And no.
You're not going to excuse.
Right. But none of the farmers has given us that problem. The traceability is key to why the cattle price is at $3.50 a pound. Because that allows us that we are able to trade with Mexico. And because we are able to trade with Mexico, it causes the Guatemala price and the Mexican price to go up. And the traceability is what allows the country of Belize to be able to export. Finally, on the last question, yes, we do have farms with up to 3,000 heads of animal, but the average farm in Belize is 30 acres with at least 50 heads of animal.
Okay, we come back to the screwworm thing. I mean, how am I going to check 3,000 head of cattle? And they're all over the place.
No, we
How
that's
you
all
do
over
that?
the place, Ernesto. Kind of let the ordinary public say, well, guys and cattle farmers are Belize astray.
No.
I'm
I
just
have
like- I'm just
partial land.
throwing
You
it out
have, you have hundreds of acres of land.
Right, so-
and cattle eat and they roam.
You have a pasture with a couple thousand heads of cows. It's like any business. You have brothers, you need so many staff because it's a profitable industry. It's not a hobby we're doing anymore, it's a
Right.
business.
It's a business.
So all of these bigger farms is where we also create, not only provide meat, but we create employment. That's why you always see a lot of them guys on horse with them cowboy and the boots and the rope, they're being employed. And if I would tell you now that a cowboy is making anywhere from $75 to $130 a day.
Serious?
Well, cattle price is good. You're getting
it. I love
getting paid.
That's good.
Yeah.
And I have to learn for right house.
It's never too late. Well,
but let's go back to the screwworm. I mean, so you have to check your animals. I mean, you have 2,000 head of cattle.
Yeah, the thing is,
what would I say? The
What-
radius of a mile.
listen,
know,
the screwworm is
how do
all
you
over the
check-
country.
how you check
You can't
each
do
animal?
anything about that, right? But we at the Secretariat, we have been doing a lot of work in training our farmers how to deal with screwworm, what type of product that they need to be using to deal with the screwworm. In the end, all farms, every farm has an owner, every farm has workers on it,
Has a
and
crew,
they are
yeah.
the ones who are dealing with their farm. It's not the association
Got
dealing
you.
with that.
I
It's
got you.
each
not like
farm
you go
dealing.
there and check. You have people.
No, it's
working on
each
the
farm dealing with their
So
own
a farm with
I-
2,000 head of cattle. How many cowboys you talk about?
You're talking maybe for every 500 head of cowboy, for every 500 head of animals is a cowboy there.
Yeah.
And the screwworm is very easily to be detected.
Okay.
First, when your animals, I've been dealing with it for the past few weeks. I have some Brangus herd that is not too, can't take the terrain in PG. And I've been getting back-to-back cases within the last couple of weeks. But the first thing you will notice is the smell. You'll see the fly, you will see blood. So it's pretty obvious that you know something is wrong. You'll see the twitching of the tail. You'll see the movement. It's just like
It's
when
uncomfortable.
Right. So so for people saying, well, how then guys want to check 500 head of animal?
Yeah.
No, the animal shows you signs.
And I guess once you're a cowboy, you know your
That's
animal,
your
you know
job,
your
yeah.
pasture, you know your
Correct.
job.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And all the time they use horse or they use a motorcycle.
We're in
Both.
Belize, we are different stages of farmers. Some use horses, some use the diesel pickup. Some of them plant grass seed with hand. Some plant with drone, some use plane to throw grass seed. So we're at all different range of farmers in Belize that have different capital, that do different method of
That's another thing we
agriculture.
also out there have to understand that it's the type, the quality of the cattle and the quality of the pasture.
Yeah.
You know,
There's
I
a
mean,
saying, no grass, no cow.
we need to talk about the rodeo.
the beef fest and the rodeo.
Beef fest and that. So why don't you take a break?
We'll take a break, we'll come back and we'll begin speaking about that and get to highlight a couple of the businesses that we can expect to be a part of it as well.
And the gentlemen are impatient over there. Tell us about their meat cuts. We'll be right back, folks, please. Welcome back, everybody. This is The Morning Show, live from our studios in Belize City, Love FM, Love TV, and we are talking beef today, actually. And we were just chatting with Arden Edwards, president of the Belize Livestock Association, and William Usher, getting some details, who's the CEO of the BLP, and we're talking about details, and we're learning a little bit of the life of those who are rearing cattle. And we're not aware of what's going on out there, and it's becoming a more and more profitable business for the country. Now, we're hearing about fests for everything. You have banana fest, you have mango fest, you have... So why not beef fest, right, gentlemen? But you're adding on a rodeo.
Exactly.
So you cannot, you not only eat the animal, you ride it too.
Yes. I think it's important for us to understand the backdrop of the whole beef fest. Now, it's not just the rodeo. The beef fest actually started 5 years ago, right? And the premise of that was basically for people to understand what we have as a country in terms of livestock. That is cattle, pork, lamb, in general. The other meats.
Right, because
right?
you have lamb, you have pork.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so as I came within the industry, we recognized right away that other than exporting the animal, what is important is to grow the local market for our membership to understand and outside to understand what we have to offer as a country, right? In terms of beef, in terms of pork, in terms of lamb, as well. And so the Beef Fest came about to start exposing the processes, the others along the value chain of the meat. So the Beef Fest has 3 components. One which is a genetic display where we are displaying the different breeds that are used within the country. So you will find Brahman, you will find Nellore, and you will find, Angus and others that are there. Because people see beef. Beef is the meat. But the cattle and the pig, they don't know what they are. And so there's a component there along the value chain, right? They are breeders. So the breeders will be there with their animals. There is another component in relation to the processors, because that meat eventually go to the processing area where they convert into different byproducts. It's not only meat, right? It's not only that steak that exists. There are several byproducts in terms of meat, sausages, and all these other stuff that are there. And we'll be displaying some of that today that exists. But we have that because in the end, it's from the farm to the table. For you to get it to the table, it has to go through the process inside. So we want you to see that. And the other component, which is actually the meat, for people to understand how to cook the meat. So the grilling section, there are grillers, right? There are many chefs, etc., and barbecue people who are out there, and we want to display that skill where the people know and come to see that competition. But more so, there will be over 40 booths at the Beef Fest, where you have your local businesses that are cooking and having different aspects of the meat out there. We want people to come and really, truly taste the quality of the meat, because over the last 2 years, we believe that we recognize that we have quality meat in this country, quality meat that can go within our tourism sector, quality dairy products that can go within the tourism sector, where the importation can start to reduce because of what we know we have in the country. And you will be experiencing like the 5 major processors, the 2 major processors of milk and dairy, etc., to show you what is out there. No? So that's what the Beef Fest is all about, connecting the tourism industry with the beef industry. That's the essence of the show.
Alrighty. You never convinced me, but we have an anticipating Rich on the other side of the studio. And with two gentlemen there and products, showing us some of the byproducts and how we produce Alice in Belize. Over to you, Rich.
That's right. Thank you, Ernesto. Well, Belize, like was mentioned, we're here with two of the companies that are going to be a part of the Beef Fest. And let's start off with the meat side of it, because we've been talking about meat a lot. We have from Peters and Sons, we have none other than Mr. Heinrich Peters. Good morning. And just give us a backdrop of the business. How did Peters and Sons come about? And tell us about some of the products, especially the ones that we have here on display.
Good morning. We did already bacon. Start to bacon at the meat shop, and we start to ham and sausage and grind meat and beef and ribeye. We start to the ribeye and the tenderloin and all of that. We did the good meat, and we did start to different grow new animal for try for what they just told us for the better meat for the tourists, and so we just starting that. We had 2 animal slaughtering already. We grew them. We have them 10 months in a feedlot, and they come out good meat. We had some people, we had it, I believe, set they by Boeing and the restaurant, and they tried it, and they said that was good. They don't have no complaint. And just we had a fuel animal. We know had lot, just the starting. Just the start. And
which breed you use?
This the Akaushi, Brangus.
Okay.
F1 Akaushi. That F1.
That's a
new breed,
of
breed of Belize.
Okay.
Yeah, that are steers, that no bulls, that animal, that meat what we trying for bring in the market, that quality.
I think Ernesto, what he is trying to say is that they have a lot of what we call the Brangus, the Brahman, the Nellore. He was experimenting with a top line new species, which is the F1 that he was speaking about, that he is getting the best quality meat. So it's not that he has few animals, but he was experimenting
with this
with
particular
breed.
And this is a breed that you bred in Belize?
Yeah, John born in Belize. They brought some people. They brought some simming from
so what
Monterey.
Do you look for? What you look for in the meat to make it different from other meats?
Marbling.
Marbling. Explain to me what that is.
Yeah, the marbling, I know really understand that so much, but we just starting, and people they show we what for try to do the best and come out more marbling. The meat softer,
right?
Better flavor, and
maybe you could explain.
Marbling is actually the percentage of fat.
That's right. I'll get into that. Like difference between a sirloin or ribeye.
Yeah,
exactly. Maybe just give us an idea. What part of the animal does the ribeye come from?
They come from
the ribeye. A ribeye steak.
The spalda. How you say spalda?
The shoulder?
No, the shoulder.
The shoulder. That's right.
Shoulder.
Right.
They like the one you come out the part from the T-bone. One part from the T-bone they take off the same part where you take off the tomahawk. The ribeye don't have no
more the shoulder area of the animal.
You see, for example, the porterhouse, right?
Yeah.
The porterhouse has a part that is the ribeye, and it has the other part that is the tomahawk, right? So the porterhouse have both of them together. And,
no, the tomahawk that are the same piece of meat what the ribeye.
Yes.
Only the ribeye
no different part of the animal. You have the shoulder, you have the leg,
you have the bone for the
handle, and the meats come from that.
Yeah.
I think we will get if he was telling us in German, we would have gotten a better explanation.
Oh no, he's actually he mentioned the in Spanish.
Right. So,
abrazo, and you tap the shoulder.
Well, given that you give in Spanish, you guys are located where exactly in the country? Shipyard too?
Shipyard, yeah. Shipyard Camp 2.
Camp 2.
Yeah.
So where can we find these products? Where in
right at the shipyard, entering the shipyard Camp 2, right there with I had a one meat shop right there that Mark Peters and Sons Farmers Meat.
Mm-hmm. And how about around the country? Do you go in every single district? Do you have it, or is it just specific?
No. I just had it right now. A shipyard start selling. We just have no just about 4 months or but this year we starting slowly for try for come out this different meat, and then we know cut good and often lot of this thing we know had. We have to just start by fuel.
Yeah, what
only
you
have
see
right now 10 animal right now.
What you see us doing on this show is to expose the different stakeholders on the value chain of the beef. No, last year we had Running W. The year before right, and this year we are bringing out a smaller producer for our membership and our people to understand that it's a growing industry, and we as BLPA work with all our members.
I agree. Like Mr. Peter said, he only has a few animals.
Yes.
But Mr. Peters could tell you he's one of the guys that have one of the most pigs in the country, I believe.
Okay, pigs.
Yeah. He also, most of the processing plant, remember, they purchase animal to slaughter. Some do have on their own. So in terms of Shipyard has about 35,000 head of cattle in the country, I believe. So he's never going to run out of meat for his processing plant.
Well, tell us about the pork meat. You have ribs,
pork meat. Yes, we had pork to meat. I sent pork to Belize, Corozal, and Town Creek. Sell, but I sell wholesale. I know sell retail. Only retail I had Shipyard and the meat shop.
Okay. When you sell it wholesale, what you mean? You sell the whole animal?
Yeah, just cut it in half.
Oh, you cut it in half.
Yeah, it's a carcass.
Yeah, the carcass, obviously. Does the pig have different cuts like the cow does?
Yeah. They had right here. We have spare ribs.
Why do you call it spare ribs?
Spare ribs. That's fun.
That's
the pork ribs and the spare ribs. And we had baby back ribs.
Back rib. Okay.
Baby back ribs.
When you say baby back rib, it has to be from a baby pig.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that I don't know how they name.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we had here
smoked pork ham.
Yeah.
All right, so you got some smoked pork ham as well.
Yes.
A selection.
And you had a grind pork.
Yes.
You had bacon.
What
6
is that?
ounce and 12 ounce.
So if you like the pork, you definitely have a wide assortment of options, meat options.
And we had grind bacon.
You had bacon there just now, right?
Ground bacon.
So you go get the either with like the strips like these or the ground bacon. I never know they do ground bacon.
Neither me.
We did.
So the bacon come from what part of the pig?
From this baby back ribs. They cut off the fat on the skin.
From between the ribs.
Yeah, and that's why they come out spare ribs and the baby back ribs.
Okay. I learned something today. The bacon comes from like between the ribs, the strips. No wonder it's so expensive.
Nice. And we do just do some ham last, You just do the last one ham last 2 weeks. 5 and then for try we could, but that is good.
What you said? The ham last?
He's
just start doing.
He's making ham now.
Oh, I think okay.
And he did it 5 weeks ago. So
you have like during, say, Christmas time and so on, you have hams?
That's why we did want to this year's Christmas ham,
So
yeah.
you know if we get your Christmas ham this year, next stuff.
Yeah,
You have to go all the way,
called
you have to go to
the
shipyard.
local hams.
And,
That's
and
right.
we have right here the beef ribs.
Wow. How you cook that?
Oh, the difference. When we cook it home, we smoke it. Put salt, pimienta, and put on electric smoker, and leave it there right there for 6 hours, 7 hours.
What? I can't wait that long.
No man, that's
You know how
just for
quickly
the
you
night.
could cook that?
Yeah, we had the ribeye. This I know the ribeye from where you say the
Yeah, the ribeye.
the expensive one. This one the from the Elor.
Okay. Yeah, that has enough fat. Also there you have
Yes.
well, one of my favorite foods, cheese.
You love cheese?
I love a cheese. Boy. Give me a cheese.
That cheese and that wine, right?
Yeah, yes, that too. Yes.
So of course we have as well Mr. Gerhard Penner from Northern Dairy Farmers Limited. And so Mr. Penner, tell us a bit about how it all started and some of these products. And let's start with the familiar one, because I noticed that there are some new products that you've introduced too as well.
Good morning. Yes, I'm from Northern Dairies. It's Camp 9 Shipyard. So the first familiar one we have here, I think, is mozzarella.
Yes, I think everybody knows the mozzarella.
Yeah, mozzarella is to be used for pizzas and different. And then we have quesillo. Not sure if you're familiar with it.
I remember
Quesillo is-
hearing about it, but remind us again, what is this perfect for the quesillo?
Pupusas.
So this is what I use. Okay, so I know exactly which one I need to take home with me.
The quesillo.
The quesillo, all right. And then now, one that's really standing out to me is this squeaky cheese. Is it called squeaky cheese because if I eat it, it starts squeaking in my mouth?
Yes, I mean this a cheese that we used to eat in just like shipyard when Mennonites eat it, and then we just lately we send some sample to the city.
Oh, what is in it that makes it like different from the other ones? Like let's say the mozzarella.
This one is like malted, and this one is just like pressed.
Okay, first. So what do you normally? How do you normally eat the squeaky cheese? Like, well, how would you advise us to eat it?
Well, normally they eat it with food in the morning breakfast.
So like a slice with it.
Yeah,
like
slice
grab
it,
the egg
yes.
or bacon, and then I have that on the side.
Yes.
All right.
Correct.
But I could cook it with my egg, right?
Yes.
If I have an egg, I could
you
put
could
it
do
in the
that.
egg and
Yep.
cook it.
Yep.
Mr. Penner, tell us the process you go through with these cheeses. Like how you do the squeaky cheese different from the mozzarella? What do you do? Age them differently?
Yeah,
different
yes.
milk? How you work?
Yeah, that's aged different. The mozzarella have it takes us about from the time we prepare it. Take us about 4 hours to the cheese
To
get
age?
and then we melt it, and then that's why we make the blocks. And the squeaky, that one we just that takes us about 1.5 hours or 2 hours, and then you put it in the press and press it, and just leave it there for a couple of hours, and then.
You what kind of containers you use to put all this cheese in? Each type of cheese has a container that you make it in?
Actually, the cheese come by 25 pounds block.
Okay.
And then after that, we
So you have a mold for this type
yeah, for the 25
block?
pound. Yes.
Okay.
We also have available for 25 pounds blocks. I don't have the 25 pound here.
Okay,
I just have the 1 pounds. But we
Okay.
also have mozzarella and quesillo and 25 pounds blocks.
Are you aging cheese by any chance? Do you have cheese that you age?
Like you mean for years?
okay.
Or?
You know, like the French love their cheese spile.
Yeah.
You
No,
know. Are you doing that?
We're going into that right now, but at the moment we don't have.
Okay, because you have to have places to store it.
Yes, the mozzarella we have we store that for 6 months.
Okay.
But I know there are different cheese you store like a year or 2 years. And
yes. You leave bacteria upon it,
Correct.
mold.
So,
we will get there.
Yeah, go ahead.
What I would want to say is that the country of Belize, we eat a lot of pizza. A lot of people from
pizza,
Central America, different countries come into our country eating cheese, the tourism. Belize Northern Dairy makes some of the best cheese without any preservatives in it.
I was going to get to that. There's nothing processed about this.
Right. And this is what we want to encourage the population of Belize. We always tend to want to eat imported things, but what is in it?
Right.
We have the best quality cheese in the country of Belize, and we want Belizeans to know that it's also the better price than the imported thing. Why would we want to eat something because it might come in Holland and USA when we have it right here in Belize, quality product, less preservative? And what he has been doing now is that he is also making it available to the different districts. So I will have him explain about it.
I do see that at the supermarket in Belize City.
So you have it in Belize City, right?
Yes, all public
yes, I see it at Publix.
Country?
Yeah, I
Countrywide
do.
has it.
I do.
And
I
on
do
Chinese
see.
store, different Chinese store have it here in Belize. And we also have a truck coming twice a week to the market, do wholesale.
Okay.
And they do some retail over there too.
Does it go beyond Belize, like into Cayo District, or not?
Cayo District also.
How about even further south, Stan Creek, Toledo, or not as yet?
The farthest we go is Bahia Vista, Mango Creek, Bahia Vista.
Okay.
Yeah.
So reaching a decent, a large amount of the country.
Yes.
Now, some other items I'm seeing new, like the cheese whiz. I used to love eating the other one, the imported one growing up, and now I'm glad that they have one that's made here in Belize. What's the process to make this cheese whiz, and what cheese do you use in it?
This have different type of cheese in there. There's they call it queso fresco.
Queso fresco.
Queso fresco. I think also from quesillo, mozzarella.
Okay.
And there's different cheese come into that, and then that's where you.
Is that cheese spreadable?
Yes.
It should.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes,
because
yes,
some cheese you want
some
spread
people
it
use it
instead
for the
of
bread and.
right. And butter. You have butter there.
Yes, we have also butter, and this
I
I
think
want
that-
you to know that the butter, they use it a lot to do like birthday cakes.
Oh, okay. So
Christmas
baking
cakes.
Baking.
And it's very nice.
It's pure butter. It's not what the fake butter that you hear.
Yeah, and we need to stress that.
We have to understand
Look
that
at
margarine.
this is straight from the cow.
Exactly. Margarine is plant-based. The butter here is animal-based.
margarine
it's
and butter.
true butter.
You know,
No, that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
You don't hear me
that's a
saying
spread.
butter, right? It's a spread and it's plant-based. So you want to get true butter, this is where you will get it in Belize.
Any chance that you will eventually be able to make our own Dutch cheese here?
Dutch cheese. The Dutch
What
cheese
process is that?
The Dutch cheese is.
Do you have a similar?
They have it.
You have a
They
similar
just
to
have the
Dutch
nut right
cheese?
here. So
Yeah, that's Dutch cheese, and I think they call it here Blando Duro. Blando Duro.
Blanco duro. Because it's harder.
Blando Duro.
It's hard.
Yes, hard
here.
cheese. Yes, we have that too.
We have a cheese that our Central Americans like, the queso blanco.
Queso blanco.
Kind of shreddy cheese.
Queso seco.
Oh, the queso seco,
Yeah,
right?
queso seco, yes. Yeah, we
they
also
put
have
it
that.
on the pupusas and things like that.
Yeah, we have that too.
Yeah, you have that too.
Yeah, they use it in the pupusa, garnachas, and. Yeah.
Correct. Yes. Manui cheese.
So, and we have this Friday we have a truck going to Corsal. Well, every Friday, truck going to Corsal, and so I will tell the people that whoever hears the Love FM today and hear about Northern Dairies, they could go to the truck at the market and get a 5% discount. And if you buy less than $100, if you buy more than $100, you get 10% discount.
Just straight to the truck. Where is it?
So,
At the market at Corsal, and also will be at the Belize City and Bomopan.
so what's the code word? What are you to tell them? Love FM? Code word Love FM?
Yes, yeah.
Once they're able to, I was very happy this morning when he told me about it. He said, Edwards, we have cheese truck going to Corozal, Belmopan, and Belize City. And he said, I would like to give something back to the country. He said, anybody that is able to buy $100 let down, he would give 5%. And anybody that wants to buy over $100 up would get 10%. So I believe all of these shop outlets here today, if you are able to go at any one of these, Corozal, Belmopan, Belize District, and said you heard it on Love FM from Northern Dairies, you'll get the discount.
Get the discount. How do we know the truck? How you identify the truck?
They have a sign out there
You have a big cheese on it?
They have a sign similar like this.
With the logo.
The logo.
Yeah.
The logo is there, the Northern Dairies.
Before you go, I noticed you have something in bottles. What are those, yogurts?
That's yogurt.
Yogurt.
Yogurt, yes.
Yeah. Do you make them in the other containers as well?
No, not yet.
So that is ready to drink as
Yes.
it is. That's flavor.
Yeah, that's flavor.
Do you make like natural yogurt?
Yes, we have a natural too.
Natural yogurt
Yes.
and Greek
This is
yogurt.
a flavored one, and we also have natural one.
What's the process to make it?
Yogurt is have a process about you're
Just
getting the milk and you put the ingredients to end, and then you wait it. You put it in dark, and in a room
Yeah.
where it is dark for about 4 to 6 hours.
That's the one that uses bacteria?
Yep. Yeah, use the bacteria and then
becomes
Yep.
yogurt. Yeah. Interesting. Very,
The
very
reality
interesting.
is, all the cheese use a different
Yes,
bacteria, right?
bacteria.
So
right.
that's what
That's
makes
what
the
it is.
difference. Right?
Actually, there's no such thing as everything as spiled cheese.
Exactly. Cheese is actually spoiled milk.
That's right.
That's what
You
it is.
mentioned something before we go to break, Arden, about price. I have compared prices, and sometimes I find that the local product price is a little higher. But I will still buy it for one or two reasons. Well, their cheese is packaged a little bigger.
Mm-hmm.
The quantity you have is bigger than the imported. If I buy a packed cheese, that's going to be a little smaller.
We also have half pound.
You have the smaller ones?
Yes, smaller pack too.
Yeah. That is one, because if you have it packed like that, how long would it last?
This mozzarella can last about 2 to 8 months.
Okay.
Yep.
But once I cut it,
Yep.
once I cut it, I have to remember it will.
Yeah, well, then just bug it
because
up
it's
again.
natural. It's
Yep,
natural.
it's natural.
And that's a key thing, what you were saying, Ernesto, the price. We have to realize that in these big countries like Holland and the USA, those governments subsidize these people.
Right.
But do we want subsidized product that comes to Belize with a handful of chemicals? And that's a question we need to ask ourselves.
That's why it lasts so long.
Right.
That's
From
full of
when
chemicals.
you're buying a cheese in Belize, it's everybody winning. You have the farmer home, his wife gets up in the morning, milks the cow, somebody picks up the milk, takes it to the... It's a value chain that everybody makes something in Belize. To spend maybe for a few cents less and to kill all our industry in Belize, it doesn't make sense.
I agree. I agree with that. We still have more to come this morning. We'll be highlighting more the beef fest and rodeo, and we actually have some meat being grilled, and we'll be looking at that. And I know Rich can't wait to do the sampling, right, Rich?
I'm hungry. I told you I didn't.
You came hungry today.
I came hungry today in anticipation.
You never thought you'd have beef for breakfast?
Well, I knew ahead of time, so that's why I made sure I came hungry.
We'll be right back, folks, with that. Stay with us, please. And we're back, folks. We're back, and we are, like I said, we are talking about the beef industry in our country. We are finding out how important it is and how many people work it and how the value-added chain is working, how natural it is. We are not selling you processed stuff. We need to appreciate what we are doing here and how many people depend and make it sure that these things reach our table. In the first segment, we talked about the industry itself and the challenges it has and how good it's doing for the country. And then we met a couple of farmers here who produce meat, beef, and dairy products. And the third segment now, we actually have the meat being cooked. And we are going to move to another section of the building where Rich is right. Yeah, he's right there. We'll talk about the rodeo, but we won't talk about the beef and so on, because it's part of the rodeo. I mean, I not gonna ride hoko, but I'm gonna eat it. So over to you, Rich.
Can you smell what Love FM is cooking? Well, probably not, but I sure can. Like we mentioned, we have some live grilling happening right now. The smoker is on, and we're here with none other than Mr. John F. Dick, rancher and professional chef, from what I understand. And if you're not a rancher, like we were talking, you need to know how to cook the same meat that you're dealing with, right?
Yes. Good morning, everybody. Yes. Right now, what I'm making is a hot sauce. It starts off with garlic and habaneros. We put it on the smoker to cook it. So it's, and then when the garlic is soft, then we peel it apart, cut up the hot sauce, and then I make lemon juice, squeeze the lemon juice out, and add salt to it before I add the garlic and the habanero peppers in there.
And so this is going to complement what meat? What meat do we have right now in the others?
Right now it's we have the tomahawk.
Okay.
And the tomahawk and what's the other?
All right, so we're going to show you exactly what are some of the meat that we're going to be putting on the smoker right now as well. Remember,
choked steak.
Okay.
That's a choked steak, and then the other one is the ribeye.
Okay.
Ribeye with bone. No. Oh yeah, ribeye with bone.
So all of these are going to be placed in the smoker. But right now, what do we have specifically in there?
There we have a.
We're going to open it up so we can just show
pork ribs. We have pork ribs. Yes, it's a pork ribs. I should.
So tell me, how do you know how long to keep something on the grill? What temperature you need to keep it at? Like, let's start with the pork ribs. Right now, how long does it need to be?
This will need to be about 15-20 minutes one side, and then we'll flip it the next 20 minutes or so, and then it should be cooked. But pork has to be cooked well. It has to be, but you have to pay attention that it doesn't dry out. If you cook it too much, then it dries out and then it's hard.
Yeah.
You want it juicy and tender.
You want to make sure that when you bite into it, it's easy to get through and start to chew, and it's not like you're chewing gum.
Correct. If it's a rubber tire, then something's wrong.
No, let's talk about the other ones that you have. So the other beef. How do you go around? Not only, let's start about from seasoning it and then putting it on. How do you know how long you need the temperature, the right seasonings?
Okay, the seasoning, they have put a seasoning on it for me today. And that you can put on a day before, like 24 hours or 12 hours or 6 hours. Marinate.
How long you want it marinate, right?
Correct. And then when you put it on the fire, then the season is in there. My favorite one is just salt.
Just salt.
Salt and black pepper. Nothing else. You sear one side for 4 minutes or so, if the temperature is at 500 degrees. Okay.
So that's ideally that's what we're working with.
Yeah, we're working on this at 500 right now, as you see. That's the gauge is showing what it is. And then I flip the steaks, and then I put the salt and the black pepper on.
And I guess you just do it because you want the actual taste of the meat
beef,
itself,
yes.
the beef itself.
Yeah.
How long do you have to leave it on? Because I'm sure that there are some persons that have...
8 minutes in total, more or less.
Okay.
But four-side, what I do is I put it on there, and when it sweats, then it's usually time to, when it sweats good, then
Okay.
you flip it to sear that side. And then you put the salt and the pepper on that side that has been seared. Then when you cut it, that salt melts. That has to be coarse salt, not fine salt.
Okay.
Coarse salt, and then you cut it. Then that juice of the salt penetrates through the meat, and then it's nice and salty.
All right. So you also want to start putting some of it on it
Yeah,
right now?
we're going to put it on there now because they gave us 3 minutes, more or less. But
so that means we're going to have, so before the show ends, we can have some of this in there so that everyone can have a sample.
hopefully,
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's 8 minutes, we still have more than enough time to get
Okay.
it done. So we're starting to put it again. Remind him of which kind of meat is going on.
this
right
is
now.
the
All right. All right.
ribeye with bone.
Okay, the ribeye with bone is going on
Yep.
right now, and so you'll be out there too as well for the beef fest, correct?
Yes, I will be there.
Okay. All right. So we're starting to put it in the smoker right now at this moment. What's ideally the best side for you personally to have with these, with a ribeye with bone? We say the best side to have it with.
Well, with all you mean the sides on it?
Yes.
My favorite one is the open ranch grilling. Only corn tortilla or flour tortilla and the hot sauce. That's all we need, and the meat.
That's all we need.
Yeah, I always say the cow eat the grass, I eat the cow.
It's what the grass will eat us afterwards.
No, sir.
All right, so what we're going to do right now, we're going to throw it back to the studio. Ernesto, you can take it away.
Well, while that steak is on the grill, let's talk about the highlight actually of why we're here and how you make people aware of the industry and what it takes with the what you call the beef fest and rodeo.
Ernesto, I want to say that Belizeans I see would pay hundreds of dollars to go to certain events, and this one is $5 to get in the most, where you could come and bring your family, your kids, your sweetheart, your grandmom, your dad.
You're not bringing them at the same time.
Yeah, it's on.
Bring a sweetheart and
well, maybe you split it in half day, one the morning, one the evening. I wouldn't know about that, so.
All right,
But it's a fun-filled day for the family and the people of Belize to come to buy the different products that is around. But what have been done, we have the Wild Wild West Rodeo. And we, with BLPA, have been partnering along with the Wild West Rodeo for about 3 years now. And what the Wild Wild West Rodeo is doing is that in the morning they will have kids rodeo. And what they're trying to do is to get the younger generation of Belizean into familiarizing themselves with the animals, the horses, and stuff. 2-3 years ago, while we were at the agriculture show, we saw some family with kids from the city. And they were saying, Mommy, the cow want eat me, the horse want eat me. And,
right, we're freed for the animal.
And
Yes.
that is the kind of reason why we want this, that you parents that don't take your kids out to be in tune with nature, this is the opportunity to do that. It's kind of very hurtful to hear that a cow will eat me, mommy, or a horse will eat me when they're
afraid for the animal.
When they only eat grass.
Look, not for interrupt you, but my first job was at Lynham College. I was barely 19 years old, in the middle of nowhere. You know Lynham in the hills.
I'm from South. I'm actually from Toledo.
Right. I went there to teach. And when I get up there, first time I just city boy, right? And then I look at this beautiful landscape. I went up on a hill, and I saw a little creek down there, nice to swim in and so on. And I looked down and I see the creek. But to get to the creek, I had to pass through some coal. And you know, I was afraid.
Yep.
I was afraid in the beginning. I had to walk through their cow. I suppose their cow, they rush me and buck me, you know what I mean? And just to show you,
Right,
I had never seen these animals like that up close. And a lot of them, I got scared.
Yeah.
And it happens.
And this is what we're trying to do, is so family could bring their kids, and we're having the family rodeo in the morning. And then we'll be having the adults rodeo as well. So we have for the juniors, the league older than the junior, and then we have for the adults. So we have 3 categories. So I'm very happy that the Wild West Rodeo is working with us. A rodeo takes a lot of work. A lot of people feel like you just got the logistics to bring the animals, to set it up, to have the cowboys, to have the ropes, to have the security.
You'll do all of this where? Just remind us.
We'll be doing this at the Agriculture and Trade Show, August 15th. It's on a Saturday. And you know why August 15th, the general public, I believe? When I get paid the 13th and the 14th. Please no go drink on the money, or come and bring on the loved ones out at a full of fun day.
Guaranteed fun. I mean, the agricultural show proved that now.
And Mr. Ernesto, they can come and they will meet some of these same products and many more on discount. And we'll have the grilling competition, whereby we'll have the different chefs from across the country will be showing their skills. Because a lot of people now recognize that Belize have some of the best quality meat in the world. Grass-fed.
Grass-fed.
Belize, with our tropical environment, hills and Trump, that we have some of the most tasty grass that our animals eat.
Well, that's good. That's good to hear. Speaking of that, we could go back to the meat was on the grill. Yeah, just about right. It's finished. And Rich, tell us what's going on over there.
Out here where the beef is cooking, but right now we're talking about the pork right now. And it's already done last time you were with us. It's completed, right?
Completed. You can tell when it is completed.
And you can see from the texture too, because like I said, you don't want it to get too dry, and you can see that it still has a little bit of juiciness to it.
Yeah. This it has juices. If it's done the correct way, it stays juicy.
All right, so now you're going to cut it up, and we actually get an opportunity to
taste it if you want.
Ourselves. So I'm sorry for all those who are watching, listening right now, not getting an ability to taste it for yourself, but I'll make sure that I enjoy it for you. And I still don't worry, we have some coming your way in a few. We still have the beef right now that's currently on the grill at this moment. We still are a few more minutes, maybe 2 or less minutes away from it being complete, and we can get to tasting all of this. So, like you were saying, you like to keep it simple when it comes to eating this. You just have your tortillas on the side.
Yeah.
What else do you notice people like to eat along with it?
You also can. I have another dish. What I make is it's like veggies. You can put cauliflower, broccoli, squash, carrots. You can even put cucumbers, whatever you want. Just onions, whatever your favorite veggies is, you can put on there and put it on the grill, and you smoke it too, and it just gives that flavor.
And you know something? Ernesto said he likes his meat with a side of red wine. But what's the right one to drink it alongside with?
I'm not a wine drinker, sorry.
What is the right one? The whiskey, right?
Whiskey whiskey works. Tequila, beer.
All right. So whatever you choose. So we can go ahead and have a taste of it, right?
Yes, sir. Just go right ahead.
So let me just grab this. I want to make sure that, because I don't want nobody to say that Rich just basically and put a hand right in there. So we're going to open it up to show you again while we're having a bit of the pork chop.
No, we can't.
It is rich with flavor.
You want to try it, Ed?
Yeah. We could have him try a taste a little bit. I wanted to open the smoker so we can capture it for you, so you can see it happening at this moment. Look. So you can have a look at the meat as it is being smoked right now in that smoker. So I want to go back to the pork chops. It is really tender, full of flavor. It's not easy, it's not hard to bite into. So perfectly done, well done. I have to say that, Mr. Dick. So while we're waiting, and we're gonna have this plated, and we're gonna be bringing it in the studio in a few. Get ready, Ernesto, because the meat is ready, and we're about to bring it in. But if you want to get to enjoy some of this delicious meat for yourself, you need to make sure you make your way to the Belize Beef Fest and Rodeo that's occurring later on this month. So right now we're gonna throw it over to you, Ernesto, and when you see me again, we'll be in the studio with the meat.
Alrighty, I want some of the meat. I mean, we were talking earlier about the consumption of beef in Belize, which is growing again. The interest is growing. Is it because we are learning how to handle beef better? Because I know you could go to a restaurant, you go to these places, and you want beef, get stew beef.
Yeah.
You know, basically that's what you're gonna get. You know, it looks really, really good.
Yeah, definitely. That have been the issue in the past. We still need to do a lot of work in getting Belizean to understand how to cook beef, you know, because there are many ways, and importantly, I think what is happening too, a lot of Belizeans are beginning to go to Chetumal, and they are eating beef, and they are realizing that it tastes different, right? Back home, that same beef exists and better quality as far as we are concerned. It's just learning how. You remember a couple years ago, people didn't know how to cook lamb, mutton, and the Taiwanese came in and started teaching.
The Indians.
And the Indians, right?
For years.
And so all of a sudden, people are beginning. That's another segment of the industry that is growing rapidly. They can't have enough.
Wow.
Right? And so that is it. Once we learn how to do it, I can tell you, 3 years ago, hardly any beef cooked in my house. Today,
you have to cook it
on the weekend. No, I'm seriously. My little daughter, she wants beef.
She wants
especially the grill, right? So all the time we have to be grilling. I can guarantee you, twice a week on the weekend we are grilling, because they understand how it is today, right?
And the different cuts of the beef and all that. Right. So the rodeo and the fest. You're telling us about the rodeo. But let me ask you a question about that. You said that you have the kids rodeo and so on. Where these kids that are riding these animals, where did they come from?
We have several equine clubs in Belize, but also we have people in the fringes from Georgeville, coming down Blackman Eddy, Unitedville. And we even have a team from the southern area in Placencia, and we have couple teams from up north. But it's also becoming now a little competition to see if Orange Walk could outdo Cayo or Cayo could outdo the Lee Placencia crowd. And it gives the locals them, because when we talk about the locals, we have, if you drive through Cayo, you would recognize from Belmopan to San Ignacio, you will see where most of the horses, and you will see those people in those villages on horses. So it also gives them an opportunity to be at the showgrounds within their area. They might not have the money to be in a Lee Equine Club, so we try have it there that in life you have to have a balance that not only the privileged can get assistance, but everybody can be there to enjoy and to take part in several sports.
Like you say, you have equine clubs, but all of these kids, and I'm talking about children, because they are the ones like yourself from the city freed for the animals. These are the kids who are familiar with these animals.
Yes.
Do they all live on farms?
A lot of them
they come from that
setting,
background, right?
from the Spanish lookout, from Blue Creek shipyard. A lot of them will be competing against each other there, right? And it brings that opportunity for other kids to see it. A lot from the villages along from Cayo to within the Cayo district, many of them participate as well. But most of these kids are living on the farm and are in interaction with animals.
You know, this year was my first year really truly, at Agric, that I saw a kids rodeo in action, and I was impressed by the sheer amount of children that are. I guess because I grew in the city, I don't see it as
we
much.
free for animal, right?
But it's really impressive to know that we have a large amount of them. Yeah, Ernesto.
Yeah, you smell a barbecue.
I do.
Yeah,
Look,
we
I
call
apologize because look, when I bit into that pork chop just now, my taste buds went into a whole different universe, because that was one of the best, if not the best, pieces of pork chop I've ever tasted. I liked it that it had that smoky taste, but it wasn't overpowering. It was the texture. It was easy to chew. You don't have you have to do a lot. It almost melts in your mouth because it wasn't over seasoned as well. It has that natural flavor from that natural pork flavor as well. Tender, soft. It was my mouth had a completely universal experience that my brain still a try process.
All right. That's one of the things I forget for the rest of your life. Like that. Guys, before we go, remind us again of the rodeo.
Yes.
And
reminding you, the big issue out there is the grilling competition and the rodeo, right? The grilling competition, guys, there is still time for you to get in the grilling competition. Next week, Wednesday, will be the deadline for it. To get in either of the category, which is beef, pork, or lamb, it's $100 to get in. But certainly, gentlemen, Belize, the prize is, first prize for each category is $1,000, second prize is $500, third prize is $250. We actually raised the second place and the third place prize this year because people complained, right? So we did that, and we want to get. There is another thing, Ernesto. We have challenged the culinary section, the hotels and the restaurants, for them to bring out their chef, because we have people like John Dick and others who are saying they are better than those chefs. So we want them to come out, because these guys are out here waiting for you.
I would agree with that, because honestly, if I want a really good steak in Belize, the places I could tell you offhand. I know I get some good steaks, but this is a specialty yet now we still need to master.
Right? And so, come on out, guys. The grilling is there. We have space for at least 10 more people in each category, right? We already have about 10 in the beef. We have about 7 going already in the pork section, and another 7 in the lamb section. So but we have space for 20. Okay. So come on out. We are willing. We are waiting for you guys to come. You hear what Richard say? Of what happened within his mouth. Right? Imagine more people experiencing that.
Most importantly is that we not get $50 and $75 or $100. For each category, the winner gets $1,000. Second place, you get $50. $500. And third place, you get $300. Plus, you get bragging rights for the year that you're the #1 chef in this product, in either beef, pork, or lamb. So it comes along, and I have seen whereby some chef has been out there on the grilling competition, and I would call them in 2 months, and they would say, boy, this PS can get me for work. So
that's right.
In lucrative place has been calling them because they see them the work.
Because that cooking is actually an art in itself.
Oh yeah.
When you're cooking, when you're preparing a piece of meat, it is. Gentlemen, thank you, making our day. And let's say thank you to Gerhard. It's Gerhard, right?
Yes.
Yes, and Heinrich. Thank you, gentlemen. We will definitely find your products class
And
E.
please don't forget the discount that the Northern
yes.
Dairies is doing. In the country of Belize, if you could go to Corozal, Belmopan, or Belize City, and you buy $100 down, you'll get 5% discount on all the dairy products. Anything above $100, you'll get 10% discount. Come on, Belizean, this is your time to get your big discount.
That's right. And you'll recognize the truck when you see it.
Of course.
You know. All right. And to John Dick,
Yes.
who's out there, who was
They're busy,
grilling.
still busy. Still busy. There's
He's
still
still
more
busy.
meat to dash.
Oh boy. And yeah.
So here's what I want you to do, Ernesto, right? Because I know we have to give a thank you. So while I'm doing that, and I want you to experience the taste for yourself because we already have it.
No. A good piece of meat like that, I have to enjoy it. You know. I'll do that after I close
You
the
still
show.
want to sample just a bit? One sample, right?
I'm gonna take one.
You want?
Yeah. All right.
Go right ahead.
While I'm doing that, I just need to throw in a bit of trivia. There's a Florida steakhouse that in Hollywood called the Class Soiree Steakhouse. And you won't believe this. They are eating the meat naked. It just the guy who owns it is doing it once a month, and you pay $150 for women, $250 for men, or $300 a couple. It includes the multi-course meal. Of course, you take off your clothes behind on screen. They give you a bathrobe, but then you sit down with a lap towel, and you eat your meat.
Wow.
I guess that's a new experience. You'll try that one.
It's about experience, right?
Right. So we want to say thank you to everyone who was instrumental in putting today's show together. Of course, our producer, Manuela Ayuso. We have MCO William Usher being assisted on camera by Giovanni Castro. In Love FM Studio, we have Armin Arana. Helping us to stream live is Andrew Jones. And to each and every one of you from near and far, thanks for being a part of the morning show.
Buy Belizean products. Take care of yourself and be kind to somebody today. Belize and beyond. Thanks for choosing love.
Good morning, Belize, and good morning. I say good morning, Belize, and good morning. And how are you this morning?
Wake up every morning, life go to work and get the light. Get up every morning.